Hola, buenos días, soy LexDAO. Estamos aquí en un nuevo vídeo de Dragon Age Inquisition en el modo historia. Así que nada, vamos a continuar. Vamos a recoger las misiones que dejamos ayer. Como vemos, tenemos prácticamente el mapa hecho.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. At your
Listo,
service.
con esto vamos a salir de la mesa de guerra. Y vamos a ver qué nos queda por ahí. Nos faltaba esta zona de aquí, que la dejamos porque necesitamos más nivel. Creo que era nivel 20 o así. Y ahora mismo tenemos nivel 19. Así que lo que vamos a hacer va a ser avanzar un poco en la historia. Que el siguiente paso que teníamos creo que era reunirnos con Josephine en Val Royal. Así que vamos a ir para allá. Teníamos que ir hasta aquí. Así que vamos a coger este punto para viajar rápido. A ver qué misión era la que teníamos encargada. Vamos a ir a por Josephine. Vamos a mirar el mapa. Dirección contraria, ¿para qué? Perfecto. Vamos a marcarla en el mapa. Y así no nos perdemos.
You must control yourself in front of the world. Disaster is what it is, and you know it.
Espero que se vea bien la calidad de imagen. He intentado subir un poco la tasa de bits de transmisión. A ver si Twitch no falla y me lo permite.
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
I must attend to some things first.
As
Voy
you
a
wish.
comprobar.
Please do hurry.
Voy a comprobar a ver cómo vamos de capacidad de inventario. Que estamos bastante llenos. Vamos a vaciar antes. Que aquí hay puestos comerciales. Creo que aquí hay uno, si no me equivoco. Aquí. Vamos a ver qué teníamos. Y depende de lo que tengamos, pues ya vendemos. Vemos que este báculo le pierde un poco de ataque, pero le da bastante vida. Pero no me convence. No, el que tiene hace mucho más daño. Nada. Vamos a ver las armaduras. Vemos que esta sí es algo mejor, pero tampoco mucho más. Esta tiene una armadura buenísima. Vamos a venderlo. Y así hacemos hueco, que donde vamos a estar un buen rato ahí liados. Es que tenemos muchos anillos y demás. Vamos a vender unos pocos. Bueno, yo creo que así ya apañaremos bien. Vamos a ver con Josephine y nos
Are you
vamos
ready
ya.
to visit Comte Poivert, Inquisitor?
Vamos para allá.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Poivert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montilly's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archive. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montillier's trading exile in Orlais.
Who's sending these assassins?
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
I'll do what I can to stop these attacks, Josephine.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I think I may know how. The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montillier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Poivert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montilet's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Duparequet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Me encantaría matarlo, pero...
Go, then.
Good day, your worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Boisvert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Vaya tela. Me voy de aquí. Vamos a hablar con Josephine a ver qué ocurre ahora y cuál es el siguiente paso. Vamos a buscarla. ¡Hola! Que me caí. Bueno, antes de ir a hablar con ella, vamos a hacer ya los juicios que tenemos pendientes, que no sé cuántos serán, y a ver qué ocurre con ellos.
Mayor Gregory Dedrick of Crestwood is present for betraying his own constituents. He confesses that, 10 years ago, he flooded Old Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the Blight. The mayor claims it was to spare the rest of Crestwood, but we only have his word.
If the mayor has anything to say in his defense, let him speak.
There's no cure for the Blight. But I couldn't convince anyone to leave a sick child or husband behind.
So you herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood? Were no innocents caught in the waters?
Nearly everyone in the village had the Blight. I swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
¿Qué hacemos con este? Nos lo cargamos a la cárcel, exiliarlo. Lo vamos a encerrar.
You committed murder on Ferelden's soil. Let them deal with your punishment. Send him to Denerim. He can live the rest of his life behind their bars.
In prison? Maker. I should have drowned with them.
Vemos que tenemos más gente que juzgar.
Before you is Service of the Minratha's Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the western approach. He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters, and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the approach, without his master's consent.
Whether or not he's loyal to Corypheus has no bearing on his crimes.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, Your Worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Podemos tenerlo como contrabandista, devolverse a Corypheus, informante a prueba o a la cárcel. A ver, esto sería útil, pero no me fío yo de este tío mucho. Ya al Corypheus no se lo vamos a devolver. Vamos a mandarlo a la cárcel.
People have died because of you. Letting you walk free would be an insult to their memory. Throw him in the prison. We may question him later.
Imprisonment? For how long? Inquisitor!
Parece que hay otro. Parece que hemos acumulado mucha gente para juzgar.
Mistress Pulin of Sarnia is accused of aiding and abetting the Red Templars in the Dales. She sold a quarry to them for a handsome sum. They used the quarry to grow red lyrium by enslaving townspeople. The only extenuating circumstance, Mistress Pulin was procuring supplies to keep the remaining townspeople fed.
Vale, esta es la que vendió la mina, que lo cogieron los templarios rojos y esclavizaron a la gente. Aunque parece que usó el dinero para hacer el bien, pero claro.
If you'd like to explain your intentions, speak.
My crime was misjudgment. The land sale was meant to bring prosperity in hard times.
Surely it was clear you were selling to the enemy.
We were starving, and they told me they'd reopen the mines. Selling the quarry so hastily was a mistake. I did what I could to rectify it.
A ver, matarla no la vamos a matar porque aunque hizo algo mal, también lo hizo por algo bueno. La cuestión es liberarla o ponerla a trabajar.
I can't let you go free, but I can give you an honest living. Mistress Pulin, I sentence you to work as a scribe of the Inquisition. Half your wages will go to the town of Sarnia.
A drudge on this cold rock? As you command.
Jodo. Puede haberla matado y encima con quejas. Pero bueno. Bueno, ya parece que no hay nadie más que juzgar. Vamos a ver a Josephine.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last Du Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royeaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Leliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royeaux?
We can solve this without more deaths on either side.
My people are ready, should you change your mind. I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Duparakets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royeaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
You said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royeaux if we want to make the Duparakets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to...
Vale. Imagino que en la mesa de guerra estarán estas misiones que nos han asignado. Además tenemos gente que ya ha acabado aquí misiones, así que perfecto, podemos usarlos. Bien, tenemos dos. Destruir el contrato de la casa de reposo. Que esto iría Leliana.
Inquisitor.
Vale, cuando hacemos una, desactivamos la otra. Bien, nos piden aquí nivel 12 a 15, con lo cual está...
Adamant Fortress has
La
stood
tenemos
against the
bien.
Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sabers. They've already delivered the trebuchets.
That is the good news.
And the bad news?
Arimond called the ritual at the western approach a test. He may already be raising his army of demons in the fortress.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
So our plan is to lay siege to a legendary fortress filled with demons?
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some wardens may be sympathetic to our cause.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
Vamos a ver. Vamos a hacer esta misión. Estas batallas molan un montón. Joder. Ahí va. ¿Qué ha pasado aquí?
Pull back! They're through! All right, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
I'll be fine. Just keep the men safe.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Stroud will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. He's assisting them until you arrive. There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
Bueno, vamos para allá. A ver para dónde continuamos. Por aquí. Vamos a limpiar bien toda la zona. Y a echar una mano a nuestras tropas. Ah, me ha pillado ahí. ¿Dónde está el mago? Aquí. Listo.
Can't you see this is madness? It's no use. Their minds are not their own. Keep your distance.
The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill wardens. If you fall back, you won't be harmed.
All right. My men will...
Vamos a repostar.
You want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must. Well,
Vamos a intentar salvar a todos los guardas que podamos. Aquí hay algo, pero hay que ir arriba. Vamos a ver cómo subimos. O si podemos subir, claro. Aquí. Vamos a ir a echar una mano por aquí. Vale. Hay que despejar los puntos, pero no a ver dónde están. Era apartar. Vamos a mirar el mapa. Estos serán los puntos. No, este es el comandante. Aquí hay un punto, otro punto y otro punto. Vale, pero hay que seguir avanzando. Hay que entrar dentro. Pues nada, vamos a continuar. No me ha dado tiempo a llegar. Vale.
Let's get to the next one. You can press on ahead, Your Worship.
Vamos a echarles una mano. Que no quiero perder tropas aquí. O no demasiadas. Vamos a buscar el siguiente punto. Estamos a tope. Vamos a dejarla por si acaso nos hace falta más adelante. Este es otro punto, perfecto. Qué bicharraco ya hay. Al mago primero. Ah, se escapó. ¿Dónde está? Ahí está. Listo. Vamos a por el grandullón. Aquí parece que no hemos salvado al soldado que había.
Good work. Stay with my forces and see that they survive this. I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
Antes de bajar vamos a hacer el tercer punto. Y vamos a ayudar a nuestras tropas. Por menos. Vamos a por el grandullón. Listo.
All right, this one's clear. We must hurry. Our forces cannot stand against the demons for long.
Bueno, hemos conseguido salvar ayudar a los 3 puntos, así que genial. Vamos a recargar pilas, a ponernos a tope de vida y a coger pociones. Y listo, vamos allá. La verdad es que ya tenía ganas de avanzar un poco la historia. Dos menos. Ya deberíamos estar cerca del comandante. Perfecto. Vamos a seguir avanzando. Ya debería quedar poco. Y aquí estamos.
Wardens! We are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside, Clarel. We have no time to stand on ceremony.
These men and women are giving their lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tevinter, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. If my sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens, then my blood will have to do.
It will.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
Clarel! You complete that ritual! You're doing exactly what Eramund wants!
What? Fighting the Blight? Keeping the world safe from Darkspawn? Who wouldn't want that? And yes, the ritual requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the Wardens for doing their duty!
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then your Tevinter ally binds the mages to Corypheus!
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people will say anything to shake your confidence, Clarel.
Hola, Rolepo, bienvenido.
Bring it through!
Bueno, nos toca combatir.
Please! I have seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I trained half of you myself! Do not make me kill you to stop this madness!
Be ready with the ritual, Clarel. This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
A ver si conseguimos convencerlos.
Listen to me. I have no quarrel with the Wardens. I spared those I could. I don't want to kill you, but you're being used. And some of you know it, don't you?
The mages who've done the ritual. They're not right. They were my friends, but now they're like puppets on a string.
You cannot let fear sway your mind, Warden Chernoff.
He's not afraid. You are. You're afraid that you ordered all these brave men and women to die for nothing.
I honor your bravery, my brothers and sisters. But this is not the way. You have been tricked.
Parece que está funcionando.
Clarel, we have come so far. You're the only one who can do this.
Perhaps we could test the truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Or perhaps I should bring in a more reliable ally. My master thought you might come here, Inquisitor. He sent me this to welcome you.
Bueno, vamos allá. Wow, se lo han cargado. ¿Qué ha pasado aquí? Casi lo tenemos. Listo. Bueno, ya hemos llegado a nivel 20. Oh, el dragón. Vamos a movernos. Vamos a subir el nivel que tenemos. Vale, ahora no podemos. Pues no, vale. Pues vamos a continuar. A ver si les encontramos. Por aquí, no. Qué charraco. Bueno, vamos limpiando todo esto de enemigos. Y así salvamos a todos los guardas que podamos. Vale, ya estamos cerca.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens.
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch. All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody. You could have served a new god.
I will never serve the Blight.
Madre mía. Bueno, nos callamos por el barranco. Parece que ha abierto una brecha a ver para dónde se ha metido.
Where are we? We were falling. Is this... Are we dead?
No. This is the Fade. The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
This is incredible.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade either. Perhaps it's because we're here, physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this? I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using. And there could be others.
In our world, the rift the demons came through was nearby, in the main hall. Can we escape the same way?
Let's find out. There.
Bueno.
Let's go.
Vamos a ver qué tal por esta zona.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Vamos a ver si nos dejan subir ya al nivel que tenemos. Ahora sí.
Right. You like it here. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, literally.
Solus, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
Avancemos.
By the Maker. Could that be?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia. Most holy.
Cassandra.
Cassandra, you knew the Divine. Is this really her?
I don't know. It is said the souls of the dead pass through the Fade and sometimes linger, but we know the spirits lie. Be wary, Inquisitor.
I fear the Divine is indeed dead. It is likely we face a spirit, or a demon.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
No, I don't.
The memories you have lost were taken by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
Can you help us get out of the Fade?
That is why I found you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Pues nada, vamos a ver si recuperamos los recuerdos de este señor. Uno menos.
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Warn them! Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Parece que nos falta alguno. Ahí está.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me!
What's going on here?
Bueno, ya sabemos qué pasó.
So, your mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
So this is what? An accident? A random ricochet in the middle of a fight?
And if it was?
If it was, then neither the Maker nor Andraste were in any way involved in this. I'm just...
If you believe in the Maker, then you believe he made this world, and everything in it, including your accident. And if you do not, then nothing has changed. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
Could that truly have been the most holy?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
She seems interested in helping us. That much is clear.
And what of the demon she mentioned? This nightmare sounds dangerous.
Sounds like it preys on fear. Stealing people's memories. That's low, even for a demon.
Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion. Save perhaps desire. Be wary. The nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
After what it did to my fellow Wardens, I pray we find some way to strike it down.
Vamos a seguir avanzando. Vamos a ver qué es ese espejo. Nos ha dado +1 de magia. A ver si encontramos el camino para llegar. En teoría debería ser por ahí, pero vemos que no. Vale, aquí donde habíamos llegado parece que hay unas escaleras que no las habíamos visto, así que vamos a avanzar por ahí. Vamos a explorar un poco esta zona antes de avanzar.
That's unexpected.
Dead. We should search the area.
Vale, parece que hay un tesoro por aquí.
Let's look around.
Vamos a ver qué encontramos. Bien, parece que si traemos eso nos dan puntos. Pues habrá que encontrar las demás. Vamos a seguir avanzando. Mira, ahí parece que hay otra. Vamos a subir por aquí. Debería haber unas escaleras por aquí, o eso parecía. Ahí están. Vamos a seguir avanzando. A ver qué más nos sale por esta zona.
Ah, we have a visitor. Some foolish little boy comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from his shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think the pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
Vamos a avanzar, a ver si lo encontramos. Parece que está aquí detrás. Por aquí parece que hay algo más. A ver qué es. Perfecto, nos han dado un punto de constitución. Nos quedan 3 miedos más y ya habremos terminado con todos. Un punto de destreza, perfecto.
What are those things?
Pues arañas parecen. Vamos a ver qué hay por esta zona.
What is that?
Sale un demonio. Vamos a matarlo. Es raro que no se active nada ni...
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition.
Wow.
Once again, Hawk is in danger because of you, Varric. You found the Red Lyrium. You brought Hawk here.
Just keep talking, Smiley.
Your Inquisitor is a fraud, Cassandra. Yet more evidence there is no Maker, that all your faith has been for naught.
Die in the void, demon.
En esta zona ya no podemos hacer nada más. Vamos a seguir avanzando.
Ma Herelan. Mabanal Inasalin. Marsolas Inamardin.
Bonal Nadas.
Está guay que hablen en élfico, pero podían traducirlo al resto.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to...
Those were little fears. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Spiders? I see maggots crawling in filth.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Wonderful.
Pero, a ver... Vale, que hay uno y otro. Y otro aquí, vale, están juntos, perfecto. Vamos a recuperar los recuerdos.
The demons! Ah! Go!
Vamos a ver qué pasó.
Reach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demons!
Keep running!
Ah!
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade. It was the Divine behind me. And then you... she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit?
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
The only thing that's important right now is getting out of the Fade. Whatever you are, you've helped us so far.
What we do know is that the mortal divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge us? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
The Wardens are a risk. Send them away before they cause even more trouble.
I don't know what to tell you. There are a few good ones, but an awful lot of the Wardens I've known went crazy.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
The nightmare has found us.
Bueno, vamos a por ellas.
I'm with you.
Come, real or not, the Divine is the key to escaping from the Fade.
Vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction. When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, we will end this wretched beast.
La verdad es que entre este juego y el Origins hay un contraste brutal. O sea, en el Origins los guardias son lo mejor y aquí los pintan, pues bueno, como que también la cagan. Y bastante.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself.
Vale, ya
the
estamos
demon
cerca.
army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you, every...
El demonio se está cabreando. Vale, ahora tenemos dos caminos posibles. Vamos a ir un momento por el de arriba. A ver qué hay. No, vamos por el de abajo mejor.
I guess things just float whenever they feel like it here. Wonder what's up there. Or maybe it's best we never find out.
No, el de abajo nos lleva a continuar. Vamos a ver arriba si hay alguna cosa interesante. Vamos a ver, nos faltan 2 miedos todavía. Solo veo uno en el mapa. El otro debería estar por aquí. Vamos a reventar a estos grandullones. Listo. A ver dónde está el tesoro. Por aquí. A ver qué tenemos que hacer con él para quitarle el miedo este. Aquí. Un punto de voluntad, perfecto. Vamos a bajar por abajo. Vamos a matar a estos. Bien, vamos a avanzar. Parece que por aquí está último miedo.
It's hard to trust my footing in this place.
Vale, hay que encontrarlo y traerlo aquí. Aquí está. Aquí vemos unas lápidas. Yo creo que nos están indicando el miedo de cada uno. Pero no está la nuestra. O al menos no la vemos. Vamos a llevar el miedo a su sitio. Y ya podemos avanzar hasta el final. Listo, hemos completado todos los miedos y los sueños. Vamos a por estos bichos. Y ya está, vamos a avanzar hasta la zona final. Y a ver qué ocurre con el famoso demonio este que no hemos visto todavía. Listo, un encapuchado menos, vamos a por el segundo. Y a por el gratuito. Aún quedan más, parece. Bueno, parece que ya casi está. Listo. Esta es la última tanda ya y abierta. Vamos a recargar pociones y vamos a continuar.
You must get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your strength. That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fade.
The rift! We're almost there.
Great, Hawk.
Madre
Why
mía.
not just dare the old gods?
Buen bicho.
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I failed you too.
Parece que se ha sacrificado por nosotros, pero nos queda el grandullón este, así que vamos a por él.
You cannot stand against me.
We're almost there!
You will die in agony.
Vale, vamos a aprovechar que tenemos esto. Y le vamos a dar caña. Ya le hemos quitado más de media barra.
I grew fat on your fear.
Stay strong!
¿Dónde se ha ido ese?
You are nothing.
Listo.
We need to clear a path! Go! I'll cover you. No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job.
Corypheus is mine.
Aquí debemos hacer una elección, si se queda el guarda o se queda Hawk. Yo voy a elegir que se quede Hawk.
Hawk! Say goodbye to Varric for me. Always the maker.
El guarda gris quizá lo necesitemos más adelante. Sobre todo para matar al dragón de Corypheus.
With the nightmare banished, Corypheus lost both his warden mages and his demon army. But in the stories your soldiers will tell, their Inquisitor broke the spell with the Maker's blessing.
Once they understand what really happened,
they will be terrified. Let them have the stories.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake.
Where's Hawk? Where's Hawk?
Hawk sacrificed his life to save us and strike a decisive blow against Corypheus.
Well?
Varric, I'm...
He gave his life not because he'd sworn an oath or been marked as special, but because someone had to do it.
Stroud, you're the senior surviving Grey Warden. What do we do now?
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud believes that the Wardens are worth saving, and I trust him. You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori, but there are plenty of demons that need killing.
After all that, you give them yet another chance?
While they do that, I'll report to the Wardens at Weishaupt. We won't be caught off guard by Corypheus again.
Thank you, Your Worship. We will not fail you.
Algunos no están muy contentos con esa
Make a
decisión.
watch over your Inquisition. It has been an honor.
Stroud sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
We owe much of that to Hawk, and to the Divine.
Yes. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even, and she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Bueno. Vamos a ponernos al día con los compañeros porque las decisiones no han gustado, por lo visto. Así que vamos a intentar hablar con todos, a ver si mejoramos un poquito la afinidad. Vamos a empezar por... Dorian, que es el que tenemos aquí.
So I take it you're Dalish? Is that the correct word here?
Yes, that's right.
We don't have Dalish clans coming northward, for obvious reasons. So I've never met one of your people before, although I've heard about them. Little. I hope this won't be an issue between us. I am here to help you deal with the Venatori, after all.
And I appreciate your help, Dorian.
Excellent. Mutual appreciation is a grand way to begin.
I should go.
You know where I'll...
Bueno, con este no podemos hablar mucho. Vamos a entregar investigaciones. Vamos a bajar abajo. Vamos a ver consolas, que no le ha gustado mucho que acojamos a los guardas.
How can I help?
I need to know more about Corypheus.
Taken his army. He lacks the conventional. He must see or lay destroyed utterly by whatever means possible. Not merely thrown into chaos.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
All right. What can I tell you?
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. The best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers...
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
We'll talk.
Goodbye.
Bueno. Hemos conseguido un poquito más de afinidad con él. Vamos a hablar con Barrick, que lo va a necesitar.
Did I ever tell you about the time Hawk was on a Merchant Guild hit list? Hawk's uncle got into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. Their weird foreign foodstuffs arrived alive, and one of them, true to its name, wandered off in the middle of the night. Shit. The guild traced the shipments to Hawk's uncle, but as usual, he was so far in debt he couldn't see daylight. So they went after Hawk instead. They sent guys from the local carter to Hawk's estate one night. 5 big dusters, armed to the teeth. They're about to kick down the door when Hawk just opened it and invites them all inside. Leandra, Hawk's mother, made them tea, and for the next 2 hours tried to get them to make small talk. They wandered out of the house in a daze. No idea what just happened. Never came back. Hawk just had that effect on people. I always wanted to tell that one. Thanks. I guess I've got some letters to write. I should tell Merrill the news. Excuse me.
Barrick está bastante tocado con el tema.
Is this a bad time? I can come back.
No, it's all right. Bills are really not that engrossing. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thetis, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Bueno, parece que está de mejor humor. Ya hemos conseguido un poquito más de afinidad con él después de la noticia. Vale, vamos a ver al resto del equipo. Cassandra también no le gustó nada la decisión. A ver si hablando con ella mejoramos un poco la afinidad.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Are you all right? You seem very intent.
I am. This needs to be done before I forget. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. It must be recorded.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the Divine. I saw her there, heard her voice, yet I cannot claim with certainty it was really her. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her, yet even so.
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When I realized we were physically in the Fade, I was terrified, almost beyond reason. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Bueno. Vamos a ver si podemos volver a hablar con ella. Hemos mejorado la afinidad, pero muy poquito. Parece que sí.
This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker since the time of the Old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
Are you all right? You look drained.
On the contrary, it's a delight. I'm riveted.
Oh, you're joking.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is? The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
Does the book say it was used for other things?
No. As a seeker, I looked into abuses. Mages made tranquil as punishment. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed. The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite, from the beginning.
So, the rebellion could have been prevented.
Perhaps, but it was a long time coming, for many reasons. We created the Rite of Tranquility. I told you of my vigil, the months I spent emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
Rebuild the Seekers. Make them better than they were.
Thank you. I could not have done this on my own.
Bueno, ya hemos mejorado un poquito más la afinidad con Cassandra después del varapalo que se ha llevado con el tema de los guardias grises. Vamos a ir un momento a la taberna a hablar con Cole. Llevamos mucho sin pasar.
But you like demons! I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse, if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages. And then... I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman. Good. They will not take me.
Bueno, vamos a buscar el amuleto. Vamos a la mesa de guerra. Ya casi lo tenemos todo hecho. Vemos que hay que juzgar a alguien. Seguramente sea al que ha ayudado... Bueno, al que ha ayudado no, al que ha engañado a los guardias grises.
How is Baron Edward?
Cold, I imagine. Why?
If the red lyrium continues to grow, the cold will be the least of his problems.
Nos han abierto nuevas zonas.
All right.
Inquisitor.
Listo. Nos falta por la Sera, Oro de Hierro y Blackwall. Así que vamos a ello. Vamos a hacer el juicio.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground ye trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Este quiere que lo matemos, pero no lo voy a matar. Se lo podía dar a los guardas y que lo machacaran. Pero no, vamos a encerrarlo.
Since death is a validation for you, I will delay it. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, you'll spend the rest of your days in the deepest, darkest hole we can find.
We shall see which of us outlives our legacy, Inquisitor.
Tenemos otro que juzgar. ¿A quién?
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Vamos a darle lo que quiere.
The Inquisition stands for faith. Our work has greater purpose. Sometimes we need a reminder. Sir Ruth, the Herald of Andraste forgives you in her name. Find peace in that.
Your worship, I will try.
No, pues no, le hemos liberado. Sola lo desaprueba, pero bueno. Es que es difícil contentar a todos porque hay veces que Solas lo aprueba, luego a otros no les gusta. Bueno, es lo que hay. Vamos ahora con Toro de Hierro, con Sera y por último con Blackwell. Vamos primero con Toro de Hierro.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen.
Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Gunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. sounded big.
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve... Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
Bull, if you're scared of demons...
Less talking, more... Piece of fade, piece of... And who killed you? That... I needed that. Thanks, boss.
Qué bueno, sí que te gusta el palo duro. Vaya tela.
And that works for you?
Yep.
All right, then.
Bueno. Está como un cencerro. Pero mola. Vamos a ver a Sera, a ver qué... A ver qué quiere.
Heard what went on in that Fade thing? What you think went on? Can't even start to believe that business.
I think a lot of people are having trouble with what went on there.
People going on about visions and piss when real people are gone. Dead, probably. Hawk, yeah? Lost a champion. And in trade, a busted-down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or... I don't know, maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden? You forget the hero of Ferelden?
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different. You have a problem. That, over there, is a full tavern. But everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Coryphanus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You win or not?
You have an odd idea of preparation. I need to keep them at...
What's best then, Mopey? I know people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary bleary.
Lead the way?
Vamos a hacer el cabra.
I knew you were different.
I should look around.
What, the desk? Oh yes, center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah.
Thing looks... I got it. Easy one. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you... Come on, next one.
Está fatal, pero mola.
Right. Little Lady Prissy Pants. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
Well, Sarah?
Classic, yeah? Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up.
Vaya tela.
What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe feed her messengers something gassy? No, bears don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Go!
That was fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good! And Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
Bueno, ya hemos terminado con la loca. Vamos a ver a Blackwell.
Inquisitor.
Que hace bastante que no hablamos con él.
Your worship.
Our mounts have never had better.
Feels good to be back at work, Inquisition. And lucky you have me. Mount, make her be with you.
Aquí es donde podemos cambiar las monturas. Estos son los exóticos, que tengo solo 2. Los venados. Dracoliscos, que los tengo todos. Y los caballos. Quitando alguno, tengo la mayoría. Aquí podemos comprar más. Tenemos muchísimo dinero, así que listo. Bueno, vamos a hablar con este señor. A ver qué nos cuenta. Está. Barca aquí, pero aquí no hay nada. Aquí estás.
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try. And hope for the best.
You're right. What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise.
Vamos a ver si podemos hablar otra vez con él.
Heard you found something
Nah,
that had
parece
to do
que ya
with
no.
Wardens. Would have liked to have seen it. Nothing right now.
Bueno. Desde luego el que peor llevamos ahora mismo es Solas, que llevamos una racha. Pero bueno. Pues nada, llevamos más de 2 horas de directo. Yo creo que por hoy lo vamos a dejar aquí. Vamos a guardar partida y demás. Y en otro rato haremos otro directo. Vamos a ver si vamos a al castillo. Bueno, lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Vamos a guardar partida, que llevaremos unas 42 horas de juego. Y nada más, muchas gracias a los que os habéis pasado, y a los que os guste, pues nada, ya sabéis, es seguirme para futuros vídeos. Muchas gracias por todo y hasta otro vídeo. Adiós.